And you were talking about how you were a little bit like unaware of that for yourself and the empowerment of that, and then just your sexuality in general. What made you think of starting to monetize nudes and then taking like...
There was a flood of gay men that discovered my photos and content that was out there leaked online, and they would come and follow my Instagram. And after Wizards of Waverly Place, I was working out with my roommate, whose name's Ryan Kelly. He's on Teen Wolf, and he was putting on a lot of muscle. So he and I would go and work out every day. And my thought process was, I'm going to go put on a ton of muscle and get out of this best friend role. I'm going to try and go be leading man. And so I tried to put on a ton of muscle. And I did. I got absolutely huge. I went to like 165 pounds and just got really big. And so I was like photographing from like this like dorky, goofy friend character to like, holy shit, he's buff.
Got it. You were trying to recast yourself by like posting it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
They say to do that in like acting classes and stuff a lot.
Which, looking back for an acting career perspective, was a terrible idea.
Why?
That is not my personality at all.
What,
just the leading man, like hunky, like, come on, it's just not me. And it's like, now that I'm getting older, I could see like, oh, maybe I am slowly adjusting as I've gotten more self-confident. I've realized I can drop the whole, I don't have to be this like, whoa, hey, I'm zany and I'm funny and like me, please.
Dude, you just turned that on so quickly.
Yeah, it's still there. It's still there. I just don't feel like the need to do it anymore because it is not me.
Well,
like it's a piece of me, but it's not really me.
Of course not.
Yeah.
It's a survival mechanism when you put that on.
It is.
It's so fascinating when I talk to like other Disney kids because we have that in us in a way that's like so subconscious that like what you were saying on a TikTok recently, you're like, I'm sick of having to say I'm so-and-so from such and such. And I had to comment on it because I was like, well, yep, I feel that.
You can relate just a little bit to that.
Fucking, it is what it is. It's like, you either like, I guess you have to learn to lean into it or you have, I mean, like what choice do you fucking have? Which is my other question.
Well, you can get naked online.
That's what I'm saying.
And then people will know your name. That's what I've learned. Because now I got recognized at Disneyland and I was like waiting in line for a ride and someone on the ride like turns to me and goes like, Dan Benson, I love you. And I go, what the, because that's never happened to me before.
Really?
Yeah. Even at the height of Disney, when I was on Wizards of Waverly Place, no one knew my actual name. They just were like, Zeke, the funny, goofy one, I know you. But no one knew my name. So it's a really weird experience now to be kind of way more famous than I was before just because I made this like crazy extreme choice into doing more like sex work.
Dude, so it's just interesting because it's like, do you feel like you had a choice to do this after the nudes came? Like, was there no choice? You had to like lean into this?
I absolutely had a choice. I just felt like it was also a massive opportunity. And, you know, OnlyFans has really changed the landscape of sex work, at least from an online persona presence. It creates an opportunity for people like myself to directly benefit financially from all of the content that we create. The only thing that we have to pay is a 20% platform fee to OnlyFans or whatever platform you use. I don't have to pay managers. I don't have to pay agents. I don't have to pay producers. We're not just talent that gets a cut at the end of the day after everyone's taken most of the money. I make all the money from it.
And you also benefit Trevor Project a lot, right?
And I was able to, I just chose for 1 month to give all of my OnlyFans money that I raised that month to the Trevor Project.
That's awesome. Why did you choose to do that?
It just felt right because I'd had so much success that year and it changed my life so much. And it was, the gay and trans community was so supportive of me through this entire process. And even knowing I'm straight, but still like accepting me and then just like supporting me and being incredibly kind to me throughout the entire process.
Interesting.
I don't know. I felt really like I wanted to do something just to give back a little bit to, I don't know. I'm not trying to sound like it's like some really
no, but that's
chivalrous thing to do.
Yeah.
Because it just felt right to me. Like it just felt like I needed to do something. Mm-hmm. And I, want to do more because it's, that community does need continued support. They're always struggling. Mm-hmm. And we can talk about it. We can make it a public issue, but really at the end of the day, what they need is money to fight and to put legislation on the books that protects them.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Mm. So when one of your fans, a male fan, or I guess I would wonder if your male fans on OnlyFans are actually more respectful in the way that they talk to you than their female fans are.
More respectful? Define
like you were saying that they're being very supportive of you in what you're doing.
Oh, they're also vulgar as hell.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I was like, something's not lining up on my worldview here.
Don't get confused. They are as vulgar as you would expect.
What's the craziest thing that you've been DM'd?
Well, I don't know that I can say that on air.
Yes, you can.
I don't know. Lots of people want me to pee on them. Okay. Which is like not even that crazy. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people just want to know how my socks smell.
That's interesting.
I created a foot specific OnlyFans because I didn't realize the foot fetish thing is massive.
I gotta be honest with you. If there was any way of me doing an OnlyFans, I would do a foot one. Because like,
you should.
Who cares? It's just your feet.
Yeah.
And it's like, if all the kinks in the world, a foot is not that, it's just a foot.
They just want to be stepped on.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
A little bit of that.
I'd like to be stepped on.
It's a spectrum.
It could really feel good on your back.
That's not the kind of stepping on I'm talking about. I don't think.
What kind of?
I don't know. Some guys want their balls stepped on and told they're a good boy.
Oh, like dominated.
And yeah.
Feel that.
Which I'm learning a lot, by the way. I was not into BDSM at all before I started doing OnlyFans, and now I'm like, I'm kind of into it now a little bit. I guess you start like dipping your toes into these worlds where you're just like, huh. Oh, I'm into that a little bit. Oh, I'm not into that at all. You learn what you're into and what you're not into very quickly when you're exposed to it all very, very fast.
Do you watch porn?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
I don't. I feel like that was something that when I was younger, I was very, very sheltered. So it was something that I was like, oh, this is very interesting to watch and to learn. But what I found out that as a female watching it, I was learning how to perform for other people for the male gaze.
Oh.
Yeah. And so I think that over time, I'm in a really wonderful place with my husband. And I think we have a great life together in that way. And so it's like, I don't need to perform for him. We have a really great dynamic. So that to me, and I feel like even for him, and he can tell me, I don't care if he were to watch that, but generally it's like, we've just grown together and we've tried all sorts of fun things, but it's like, we've known each other a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like we know where the bodies are buried. We know every number of person that we've been with. And so I just feel really, really good about where I'm at with that. But I mean, how do you feel in your relationship? Does sex work help? Like, does it spice things up when you guys talk about? I was
very nervous about one of the biggest concerns I had about doing OnlyFans was the fear that I would not be able to find a really wonderful person that could accept it.
Like, that must have been a very big fear for you then.
It was a very big fear because obviously it's a very extreme life choice and I'm putting my sexuality out there, whether I'm specifically having sex with other people or not, still putting my whole sexuality and personal stuff out there for the world to see.
Right.
And someone has to be comfortable with that. Mm-hmm. But I was actually really surprised at even going on first dates. And obviously it's something I front load because you don't want to spring this on someone.
Yeah, they Google you
really, really like somebody and then you have to spring that on them. I don't think that's fair. I try to really just be open and honest from the rip. But also, you Google Dan Benson, it's going to pop up. So it's not like
you've rebranded yourself.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, it's a full rebrand.
It is a rebrand, yes. Have you ever stumbled into like anyone that you used to know like as a Disney executive? Like, have you seen anybody like?
Nope.
I wonder what they make of it.
But I had so many, I took all my social media pages and of course just like went full steam. And Twitter, you can post nudes. Mm-hmm. So I just started
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Twitter's massive for porn.
Oh, I didn't know
It was a game changer for me. I got like 130,000 followers on Twitter in like 4 days.
Wow.
As soon as like all the news cycles hit and these like on TikTok, it became a thing. And then it like, I was just like, what is going on with my Twitter? It is exploding. And then I realized there's so much gay porn specifically on Twitter. And it's like a hub.
Twitter's a weird place.
And then once I learned that, I was just like, let's lean in.
Thanks so much for checking out this clip for the Vulnerable Podcast. For the full episode, go ahead and check out my YouTube channel. That link is in the description. Thanks again.